Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambeau channel. As XRP rises, Bitcoin maximalists will cry themselves to sleep. Bunch of hating ass haters. Ripple employee here, Matt Hamilton, shreds lies about XRP in this Ripple Insights piece. This is Ripple's official blog series. So this is Matt Hamilton who wrote this, who is, an employee of Ripple as of, I think it was February this year. I know it was the beginning part of this year, but I think it was February. And before that, though, Matt Hamilton, he was a member of the XRP community for several years. It just so happens that he ended up working at Ripple, which I think is a really cool story. And so he came in, just like pretty much all of us did with the blank slate. We just wanted to learn, and as we learn more about what Ripple's doing and XRP, I think it's safe to say, if you're listening here, you're an XRP holder, so I feel safe to say we probably all came to the same conclusion. XRP is incredible. It's the best cryptocurrency on the planet for payments specifically, and it's solving real problems for real people, and that matters. Utility matters and will win the day eventually, even though it doesn't matter sufficiently in 2021. And so I wanted to run through this blog written by Matt Hamilton titled Facts and Fiction, Debunking XRP Ledger Misconceptions. But I thought first it would be fun to run through somebody who just hates Ripple, hates XRP, and is just wrong on the facts, but has a big audience and is spouting off a bunch of nonsense to people. So let's go through the nonsense Bitcoin maxi way, and then we'll highlight what the truth is. It's a fun little exercise in critical thinking because, as you'll see, Bitcoin maximalists are a bunch of unsophisticated, knuckle-dragging, mouth-breathing troglodytes with cashew-sized brains that can't get their own damn shirts on in the morning without physical assistance from someone else, and they wear Velcro shoes. And they sound like this. Bitcoin! Ripple scam coin. Ripple scam zero. That's exactly what they sound like. And I don't pretend to be good at impersonations, but I will say that one, my impersonation of a Bitcoin maxi troll is spot on. It is perfect. But before going further, I do want to be clear, I don't have a financial background of any kind. I am not offering financial advice, and you definitely should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. I'm just an enthusiast who makes YouTube videos all up on the internet about crypto-related topics, but purely as a hobby. It's just for fun. That's all that's going on here, damn it. And so here you have Nick Carter, who has 245,000 followers. And he tweeted the following out on December 21st of last year, 2020. This is the day before the SEC versus Ripple lawsuit went down, but we knew the day before that went down that it was going to happen because Ripple themselves announced it. They actually announced, hey, we're about to get sued by the SEC. That was on December 21st. So that must have been what spurred all of the nonsense and vitriol here from Nick Carter, who frankly has a bunch of strong opinions, but doesn't so much know what the hell he's talking about. And it's a fun opportunity to engage in critical thinking. And so here's what he wrote. There's absolutely no comparing XRP with Bitcoin. It's not cheaper than Bitcoin. It's not more energy efficient because it's not remotely in the same category. So hold on, pause there. Even if you're gonna sorry, this is too funny. I'm laughing. I gotta take a sip of water. Even if you buy his bogus argument that XRP and Bitcoin are not in the same category, like one's a cryptocurrency and one's not, like one still uses more energy than the other. It's like, what? It's just hilarious to me. And then he says, the same way you can't compare an Excel document on my laptop with Bitcoin. It's just a category error to compare the two. XRP isn't a cryptocurrency. It's not meaningfully decentralized. It's literally a token on a database maintained by a single entity plus some unconvincing decentralization theater. It's equivalent to an IOU on my Starbucks app, except worse, because I can't even redeem it for coffee. And so I'll pause there for just a moment, and I'm not going to tear all this down. I'm mostly going to let Matt Hamilton do his general takedown in just a moment here. But I will say here, like, everything he's spouting here is provably false. You can look this up. You can see, is there a central authority with the XRP ledger? No, so there's not a single point of failure. Does Ripple have any special permissions over the XRP ledger that other participants don't? No. Can Ripple control which which nodes are trusted by individual validators. The answer is no. You actually create your own unique node list. And so, like, it's all a bunch of nonsense, provably true, but this is what somebody, like, he so wants this stuff to be true, he doesn't care about informing himself or leading the people that follow him in the right direction. He just doesn't like it. He's fundamentally opposed to a cryptocurrency that happens to be positioned to help the legacy financial system. And this is comical to me because increasingly Bitcoin is being adopted by the legacy financial system like JP Morgan and Goldman Sachs. Does that make it the banker's coin? Eek, I don't think Nick Carter would want it to be called that. Probably not, right? And then he says the following: it's claimed and only use case. That's laughable. There's so many freaking use cases. They're absolutely. I mean, even if you just set aside what Ripple's doing, there's obviously Coil, but retail speculators use it. It's easier to get money moving around utilizing XRP manually than using Bitcoin or Ether. You know, like I learned this. You know, inside of like a week or two, once I jumped into crypto. The first week I was researching XRP actually, but I hadn't bought it yet. I bought it 7 days after I jumped into crypto. But I learned somewhat quickly, getting money into crypto, that's one thing. It was harder back in 2017. And so if you just have access to Coinbase, which was my first entry point, but then you want to buy other stuff, well, you could buy Bitcoin or Ethereum or Litecoin. That's all that was available back in December of 2017 on Coinbase. That was it. And then you could move one of those to another platform and then purchase other stuff on a platform where other cryptocurrencies are available. But you see, utilizing XRP, once you're in the ecosystem, to move to other cryptocurrency exchanges rather than waiting for Bitcoin to complete transactions, that's useful. So people actually functionally get use out of XRP. And he's just pretending this doesn't exist. I mean, this wasn't that long ago. You mean you're talking about 9 months ago. Coil definitely existed back then, but he's either misleading intentionally or he's ill-informed. Either way, it's bad. And so he said again, it has, here we go. It's claimed and only use case as a bridge currency for remittances was made completely redundant and invalid when people actually adopted stablecoins for that use case. No one wants to use a volatile, illiquid, thinly traded asset as a bridge currency. No. So that's not true because Ripple has customers that are utilizing XRP. And so he should probably be more curious and ask them why they find it useful. The volatility doesn't matter because it settles so quickly. The liquidity doesn't matter in the corridors where it's functional because there's enough liquidity there to function. In terms of expanding, yeah, you need more liquidity, but the fact it's illiquid for other corridors doesn't mean that liquidity is a problem in the corridors in which it exists. It's just not true. He's just saying untruths here. No, he's saying lies. These are lies. And he says it has no use cases. The only one case is lowering the cost of capital for Ripple Labs so they could bribe other firms to engage in phony, empty partnerships to juice the XRP unit price and excite the retail investors that own the token. Everyone knows this. The only way to break this feedback loop is to force the issuing entity to be accountable. I dearly hope the SEC sees through the smokescreen and perceives XRP for what it is, a shallow fraud. It's time to put an end to this madness, a total blight on the industry and embarrassment. No, your comments here are an embarrassment for the industry. And if you really hope that the SEC brings the hammer down on Ripple and wins, you might be regretting that because it's going to destroy the cryptocurrency industry in the United States if that happens. It would set terrible precedent, and everything else that you might love about crypto ain't gonna be looking so hot. But he hasn't thought that far ahead. Shout out to James Rule XRP, my fellow XRP YouTuber, for sending this piece my way. Thank you very much, James. I do appreciate it. This is the blog written by Matt Hamilton. So let's just jump right in. As someone who's been deeply ingrained in the software development community for 20 years, I've come to realize that misinformation propels hearsay unlike anything else. There are a number of falsehoods circling the XRP ledger that I encounter on a regular basis, including the misconception that it's centralized, that there are hidden fees, that it's private and used only by banks, and it's time to set the record straight. If you're a developer interested in building on the XRP ledger, or you simply want to learn more about the network, keep reading. I'm breaking down the facts and debunking the biggest misconceptions about the XRP ledger. Myth number 1. The XRP ledger is centralized. Based on my experience as a developer and my conversations with fellow developers, this is perhaps the most rampant falsehood, and here's why. In a centralized blockchain, a single authority governs the entire network, controls validation, controls updates to the ledger, and creates a single point of failure, which theoretically leaves the entire network vulnerable to an attack. And so here's the truth. The XRP ledger is decentralized. The XRP ledger delivers powerful utility to developers on a public decentralized blockchain. Validation occurs via a consensus process where independent nodes are managed by a wide range of participants, not by a singular controlling entity. Amendments to the XRP ledger can be proposed by any participant and require 80% quorum approval for 2 consecutive weeks by the validator community. And once confirmed, transactions cannot be reversed or altered. These are all hallmarks of decentralized ledgers. If there's one takeaway I want you to remember, it's this. Ripple is a contributor to the network, but only one contributor among many. As of writing, Ripple runs around 5% of the approximately 900 nodes on the XRP ledger and 6 of the approximately 150 validator nodes. Ripple follows the same protocols and its rights are the same as those of any other contributor. And so again, folks, that is provably true despite what Nick Carter would say. Again, he's either ill-informed but has strong opinions, which is a bad way to approach anything in life, or he's outright lying. It's really bad either way. Next myth. New XRP can be added to the ledger. According to this myth, a single authority can make unilateral changes to the fundamental underlying code, which leaves the ledger open to hackers who could create new XRP. And here's the truth. Even if a bad actor attempted to add unauthorized XRP to the ledger, the consensus protocol ensures no single authority can execute on this. More than 45 million ledgers have been successfully closed since the XRP ledger was first conceived, with 100 billion XRP created at the inception of the ledger, and no additional XRP has ever been added into the system. Period. That's it. Next myth, XRP ledger has hidden fees. Fees, including transaction costs and reserve fees, are returned to Ripple after being implemented into the ledger or rewarded to validators after being implemented into the XRP ledger, but here's the truth. Just like other public blockchains, transaction fees are applied on the XRP ledger, although they are far lower than most, just fractions of a cent on the XRP ledger. Unlike other blockchains, however, the fee is neither returned to a central authority or paid as a reward to validators or any other party. It is, in fact, irreversibly destroyed. Because fees rise in step with the load on the network, this protects the network from spam, malicious behavior, and DDoS attacks. Furthermore, XRP transactions on the ledger are settled almost instantaneously, only 3 to 5 seconds to confirm completion versus 10 plus minutes for other blockchains, or multiple days for banks to send cross-border fiat funds to other banks. And so the XRP ledger consensus protocol bridges the gap, saving substantial time and transaction costs. Next myth. Blockchains can't be decentralized, scalable, and secure. Improvement in one of these aspects must negatively impact one of the other two. We must sacrifice one to optimize the others, right? Not so fast there, and here's the truth. The blockchain trilemma is a model to conceptualize the challenges that all blockchains face, stating that the platforms cannot be truly decentralized, scalable, and secure all at once. The truth is, the XRP ledger was the first and is one of the only a few blockchains able to run a decentralized on-chain limit order book exchange in near real time. It can sustain a maximum throughput of up to 1,500 transactions per second, which is scalable, is managed by a range of diverse participants who collectively confirm transactions and approve proposed amendments, which means it's decentralized, and utilizes consensus protocol that protects against attacks in failure modes. So security, friends, right? Security. And XRPL does all this in a very sustainable way. In fact, it is the world's first major global carbon neutral blockchain. So how about that? Suck on that, Bitcoin maxi trolls. Let me know how it tastes. I'm going to go ahead and wrap up there, though. I am not a financial advisor. You should not buy or sell anything because of anything that I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo.